Hi everyone, if you guys saw the last Aritzia video that I recently posted, you'll know that I am not wealthy and my laptop broke a couple of months ago when I was getting ready to post my next video, so I had to save whatever little money that I could until I was able to afford a new laptop. And I know that's not the glamorous things that people are used to hearing on the internet, but it's my truth. This is America 2026, so that's the best that I could do. I need equipment to be able to make YouTube videos, and now that I have the equipment that I need, here we go again. So in case this should happen to be a problem in the future, I also brought an iPad as well, so I'm all set and I'm really excited to bring you guys a lot of new videos like this one and the next one's coming up. And whenever I do post the video that crashed my laptop and made me have to stop doing my YouTube videos, please, when I do post that, go ahead and watch it. It would just be so kind if you would, because it put me through all of these problems, so it would be really nice to make it all worth it. Thank you. Alright everybody, so the first thing that I have to show you is the Aritzia Regent coat in the color Marcona Beige. Let's see. The tag that it comes with says, "This garment is expertly tailored with rich twill, structured water-repellent cotton twill with a rich, refined feel. It's sourced from a premier Italian mill." That rhymes. That rhymes really well, doesn't it? It's a little bit of a funny sentence, but that's exactly what it says in this tag. So, anywho's, that to say, if you guys are hearing a lot of noise coming from upstairs, that's because they're doing construction. So whenever it gets loud, I'm gonna raise my voice to accommodate. It also says that the fabric features rich twill and water-repellent fabric from Italy, and a relaxed fit. So this is a Macintosh style coat. I believe the Macintosh coat brand, it was popularized in, I think, 1952, circa 1952, though I do believe that this style originated, so before the popularization of it, this kind of style, the look originated sometime earlier, maybe in like the 1920s or the 1930s. But anyway, that to say, this is a classic style coat, and when you're on a budget such as myself, and we're talking about outerwear, which is usually the most expensive part of anyone's closet. It's usually the outerwear pieces because of all the work and the stitching and the so-and-so that goes into making outerwear pieces. Not to say, I just started getting really into outerwear last year, and I'm really enjoying the ride of finding new outerwear pieces that I didn't have before. But for now, since my collection is still pretty small, under 10 coats that I have, I wanted to stick to you know, the classic timeless pieces, because I am on a budget, so I have to kind of think smart with the things that I buy. And I think that this is really nice for somebody who's trying to build their coat collection like me. And since it's made out of the cotton fabric, it's really breathable for this hot summer weather that we're having, because surprisingly, quiet as it's kept, you do need a coat sometimes at the night time. So I'm really glad to be able to stay warm in the cold summer nights, which I know it doesn't make sense, but believe me, it happens. Alright everybody, I can't even believe this is happening. The Denim Farm has started to make longer jeans, which is crazy because I'm 5'10", and I've been having that problem with the Denim Farm jeans ever since they released the Denim Farm line, which I think was about 4 or 5 years ago. I've never been able to find jeans from them long enough. These are the Iggy 90s low-rise baggy jean, and this is in one of the darker washes that they have. I'll go ahead and insert the name because the tag that says the color fell off. I still can't believe this. It's unbelievable that I'm able to find jeans that are not hundreds and hundreds of dollars that are actually long enough to fit my long legs, my long inseam. Because what I've been noticing walking around New York City is that women who are significantly shorter than me, I'm talking about women who are 5'1" and 5'2", they're having the same problem as me at 5'10", where their jeans are hovering like in a weird way. I'm starting to notice everybody's having that problem. A lot of jeans for a lot of people are just floods. They're just high water jeans, and it's not just me, so I'm glad I'm not alone. So everyone, I couldn't believe my luck, And just in case they start making the jeans shorter again for some reason, you never know, I got another pair of the 90s Iggy low-rise baggy jean, and I got the color 5-Year Kiss and Tell Blue. I'm so impressed with this. I absolutely cannot. It's shocking. It's mind-blowing. You guys know that I was going to buy the Citizens of Humanity Anita jeans, and the thing is, I actually ordered them. They came in the mail, and I could not believe for the price that they were shorter than these ones from the denim form. I was like, you know what, absolutely not. This is absolutely ridiculous. I don't know why I can't find jeans long enough on a regular basis like I used to be able to. A very, very long time ago, jeans were always long enough for me. That was never really the problem, the length. The waist being too big was usually the problem for me and other people. But nowadays I feel like not only are the waists too large on jeans, you know, from time to time, but the real problem is the length. Why don't we just a little bit more fabric at the end? That's all people are asking for. People being mean. I don't know if other people care or notice, but I'm noticing when I see other people, I'm like, why is everyone's jeans just, you know, it's just hovering. It's a jarring thing to see. So because we're talking jeans, I thought it was a perfect time to show you the belts that I got. This first one is the Lifetime wide belt in the color Manor Brown with the gold hardware. The belts from Aritzia are really expensive in my opinion, so it took me a while to figure out if I really wanted to buy one, but my mom has a couple of them and she has not complained about the quality of them, and that's a really good sign coming from her. No news is good news coming from my mom, and I thought, you know what, just give it a shot, see what you think. And I love these belts. I just wish I would have purchased them sooner. So, you know, price aside, I think this is really, really nice accessory to have. And I'm going to show you the next one. So yes, before we get back to the jeans, more belts. This is a Lifetime braided belt in the color black with the gold hardware as well. So I have the black and with the gold hardware like I just said, but this also comes with a silver hardware option as well, and I thought it might be overkill to get the exact same belt with just silver hardware being the difference. So I just wanted to show you guys what the brown and the black with the gold hardware look like next to one another. I love the braided so much. It's very, very 90s. My mom used to wear braided belts in the 90s all the time, and this is just perfect. I'm really, really glad that I finally decided to get some Aritzia belts because I've been eyeballing them for a long time, but they are just so pricey. So I do hope, since this is 100% leather, you know, I hope it ends up being worth my while. So you guys let me know what your experience has been with the Aritzia belts so far. So I was so impressed with those two braided Lifetime belts that I decided to get a non-braided smooth leather Lifetime belt with the silver hardware, because I did tell you that I thought if I got the gold hardware it would be overkill. I'm sorry, if I got the silver hardware in the other style it would be overkill. So I think getting, you know, a little bit of a variation with the silver hardware, it's nice, because although I lean towards, you know, the gold options a little bit more, I do find that silver is also necessary depending on, you know, what's going on with the rest of your outfits. And because this isn't braided and I do need to use belt loops, I went a size smaller in this one, because one thing about belts, I don't think it's a good idea to have a lot of extra, I don't know what this is called when the end of the belt, so I'll just call it the tail. It's not a good idea in my opinion to have a lot of extra tail on the belt, because it does make you know, it's extra fabric, in this case leather fabric, where you don't need it. And a belt is, you know, meant to be stylish, yes, but supportive, and when we're talking about support we don't really need extra things where they don't need to be. So I stopped to show you belts so that I can try them on with what I think is the perfect baggy style jean. I think I finally found them. This is the Denim Forum 003 Relax Low Rise Baggy Jean. This is in the color 7-Year Blue Taboo, and I believe this is my first time getting the 7-year Blue Taboo color, but I'm really loving it, and I think I'm gonna get another pair of the 90s Iggy Low Rise in this color as well. This is a beautiful light blue shade. This is an amazing length as well, just like the Iggy ones that I was showing you, and I'm just so impressed with the fact that Aritzia is making longer jeans, and as long as they keep making longer jeans, I think I'm just gonna keep getting them because I just can't believe my luck. I feel so fortunate, and what's really cool about these is the button fly. I really like the button fly. It's even more 90s that way, so I'm very, very pleased and very excited about these ones. Now, because I'm just on a winning streak with their jeans, I got another pair of the 003 baggy relaxed low rise jean. This one is in the color 5-year Kiss and Tell Blue, which I think is the perfect medium wash, just like the others. They're nice and long. The only thing is I tried on several pairs of this color in specific, and there is a discrepancy in terms of the length. So that's the thing about Aritzia's jeans specifically. I've always found that to be the case, where the exact same jean in a different color is gonna be a few inches shorter. And on Reddit, I've heard people talking about that as well with different items from Aritzia. I've just noticed it personally with their jeans. So it's important to try on a couple of pairs if you can of the exact same ones in the same color, in the same size if you can, so you can choose the length that works best for your inseam. So that's just something to keep in mind, and maybe that's been my problem, being able to find the right length jeans from them all this time. Who knows? Alright, so for the 5th pair of jeans, I've got the 003 baggy low rise relaxed jean in the color Be About dark blue, which actually is the name of the first pair of jeans I showed you in terms of the color. So I don't mind having the same color but in different styles, because I need a different look, a different length, a different rise, you know, depending on the top and the other pieces that I'm wearing with my outfit. So it's important to have options. And again, you guys, I just can't believe my luck. I can't even believe that I have 5 pairs of jeans in one video, because I've been so unlucky with jeans for such a long time. So I just feel like they're the hardest category of clothing to get right these days, and I just don't know what it is. I don't know why they're so wonky nowadays. They used to be so easy a long time ago. They were the easiest thing in the outfit. Now they're the hardest thing in the outfit. I just don't know why. So now that I got so fortunate and so lucky, I had to get all of them that fit. If they fit, I need them. Next, I have some socks. These are the Wilfred Sugar Plum ankle socks. This is the 3-pack. I think that's the only option that they came in, or else I would have gotten a 5-pack, because more socks the better. A few months ago, I went on like a 3-minute rant about socks, so I'll try not to do that right now. But these are made with the Supima cotton, a seamless toe, and it says shaped heel for just the right fit. That to say, I got the color white, and I want to get them in the light birch color as well. I wear a size 10.5 shoe. Size 10 shoe is too small for me. I do need that extra half. I'm 5'10", so that's to be expected, right? So if your feet are on the larger side, then the socks from Aritzia in the size medium/large, which is for size 7.5 foot to size 10 foot. I'm 10.5, so I'm just a little bit above the size 10 that they're marketing it towards, but it still works for feet that are just a little bit larger than what it's saying on the packaging. If you guys are like me and you have never really found good socks that don't slide down into your sneakers or into your shoes throughout the day, nothing is worse than your sock just getting lower, lower, lower. You can just feel it in the whole thing, like inching towards sliding down inside of your shoe. Whenever this is happening to me, I can't focus on what people are saying to me. I can't even focus on what I'm doing. All I feel is this weird sensation happening on my foot. So I'm pretty sure this must happen to other people too, because socks are kind of a wonky thing, and I've always had that problem with socks. The Aritzia ones are the only ones that I've never had that problem with yet. So this style and the other styles that I've tried, that never happens with them. So far so good, so I would recommend them to you guys. Okay, so that's a 2-minute rant instead of a 3-minute rant. Much better. So this next thing for me was a bit of a surprise. This is the Babaton Barclay t-shirt. It's 100% cotton, so that's originally what drew me to it. I was debating and going back and forth on do I need it, do I not, for a few weeks, and I decided to go ahead with it. The reason why I was debating with this kind of style is because ever since my weight loss journey, I try not to wear it try not to gravitate towards too many baggy pieces of clothing, because wearing things that are a little bit more fitted helps keep me accountable, making sure that I'm doing my sit-ups, making sure that I'm doing my cardio, and making sure that I'm doing all of my exercise. So sometimes the clothes we wear, when the pieces are so oversized or so stretchy, they have this stretchy fabric, you don't really realize if you're staying accountable with, you know, your diet and exercise regimen, or if you're not, because the clothing is just so accommodating to you know, towards hiding things that you don't want to be seen. So I figured this was still going to keep me accountable because it's tapered at the very bottom, but it's just larger on the arms, which is, you know, it's a nice change from some of the things that I have. So I think that this is still a nice fitted option, but really it being 100% cotton was very important to me. So next, because I need as many more natural fabrics in my life as possible, I got the same thing, the Babaton Barclay t-shirt in the color Midday Blue. This is a really nice light blue that doesn't have any neon undertones, which is something that I'm not sure would work for my yellowy orange complexion. So if you have a very yellow orange undertones in your complexion, I think that these like a little bit more on the icy side of blues as opposed to those neon blues, like some of the neon blues that Aritzia is doing for the neon light blues that they're doing for this summer. I think the icier blues are actually surprisingly a little bit more better for yellow and orange undertones such as me, and it being 100% cotton, with the fact that I don't have a lot of natural fibers in my wardrobe, it was just a no-brainer. So I'm looking for even more 100% cotton items if you guys have any recommendations. And it's so nice. I got it thrice. I got the Babaton Barclay top again, this time in the color Lemonade. I love yellow so much, so whenever I see a yellow piece of clothing, I'm gonna, you know, I get it. It still has the nice tapering at the bottom around the waist, but we have the baggy arms. So in this hot summer weather or any weather that you're experiencing, you know, of course having looser arms is going to create that breathability. These big arms are gonna literally air's just gonna be able to get right through, and you know, it's gonna cool down. It's gonna create like a circulation effect inside of your shirt when you're able to let some air in. So I like to think about these little things because honestly, even the smallest change in weather can surprisingly have an effect on your body. A small change in weather can be the reason why, you know, you're low energy that day, or you know, it can also be the reason why you're higher energy that day. So you want to dress for the weather as closely as you can, you know, to also help regulate your energy levels. So it's all connected. It's all connected. So on the theme of 100% cotton shirts, I got the Babaton, the Consensus t-shirt in the color Dark Night Navy. This is a polo t-shirt. And was I really looking for a polo shirt? I mean, I actually like to have them in my wardrobe, and I don't actually have any in my size small right now. So this is a first for me. But more importantly, it's 100% cotton, and I'm just so interested in natural fabrics for the warm weather, or just for trend, you know, just for when I need natural fabrics. I'm so interested in that, so I just want to keep collecting more natural fabric items, because I do already have a lot of polyester items. So this is a little bit of a relaxed fit, but it's hard to find a polo that is the right fit. A lot of them are, you know, extremely fitted or extremely oversized, so this is on the side of being a little bit more on the extremely fitted side, but it still has the relaxed elements, and it falls really nicely, because that's another thing about just cotton t-shirts. For whatever reason, a lot of these different stores that we all like to shop at make their cotton t-shirts in this perfect box shape, but this one has a nice fall about it and it's not creating that boxy shape that I think we've grown accustomed to seeing in some of these stores that we all shop at. And because it's harder than it should be these days to find a 100% cotton t-shirt that is not cropped, that is not a tank top, and that's not a box shape, I decided to get it in the white as well. So I wasn't exactly looking for this, but because of all those reasons I just listed to you, I figured, you know, I might as well just get it while I can. Not everything needs to be cropped. Many things do. Cropped is very cute, or you know, like half cropped, not all the way cropped, not all the you know, not all the way in either direction. But sometimes we do just need full length clothing in a natural fabric, something easy to throw on, that doesn't require all this extra brain work. So you know, when you see it, might as well, right? Next, I have the Babaton wavelength t-shirt. This is in the color black/birch polka dots. So I've been noticing a lot of polka dots from Aritzia lately, which is very cute, you know, very 1960s inspired. I know polka dots have been trending, but of course, just like so many things that we see, you know, they come from a time of the past. On the trends that I've been showing you guys of longer shirts, that's what really interested me about this. Now, I love the shorter length shirts that you guys always see me showing you and wearing, but it does get a little monotonous having everything, you know, almost like another version of the thing that you already just wore yesterday, you know? So it's important to switch it up with the lengths as well, just to keep it interesting. It's not even always for practical reasons. Sometimes it's just because you don't want every single thing to be, you know, almost like mistakable for the last thing. So I think it's important to switch it up with lengths. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Take your phone and run over to Instagram. Go ahead and spam like a couple of my posts. That would be so cool of you. And I'd love to be able to put a face to the name of some of the people who watch my videos. When I post that video that broke my previous laptop in a couple of days, please, please, please watch it, just for the heck of it, just to be nice, because look how much drama, look how much trouble it put me through. I went through a lot to get back to you. So I have another Aritzia haul that I'm gonna post shortly thereafter this video. Go ahead and check that out, and I'll see you over there. Bye.